All right, so we have a problem here where we are creating and evaluating some equations that we're going to create on our own. So the first thing we need to do is to annotate. So we're going to read through the situation. We have a 450-gallon tank full of water, and it's draining at a rate of 20 gallons per minute. So we need to definitely highlight 450. We need to highlight 20 gallons, and we need to highlight minute. That's going to be the important information for this problem. All right, so it's asking us in letter A, how many gallons will be in the tank after 7 minutes? So we know we started with 450. And we're going to be decreasing. The amount is going to be decreasing based off of this word right here. Draining means you're losing water. The amount of water in that tank is decreasing, or we're subtracting it. And it's decreasing at a rate of 20 gallons per minute, and we're trying to figure out how many gallons will be left over. So we're going to use G. The problem states that we're trying to figure out how much will be in the tank after 7 minutes. So we're going to input 7 for M. And M again represents minutes. So we got 450 minus 20. Instead of writing M, we're going to put 7 in its place, and that equals gallons. Again, 450, 20 times 7 is 140. That equals G. 450 minus 140 is 310, and that is how many gallons of water will be left in the tank after 7 minutes. The next problem states, how long will it take for the tank to have 200 gallons? So 200 is important, and we're trying to figure out the time. How long will it take? So our end result is going to be M equals something, because M represents minutes, which is time, and we're trying to figure that out. So again, let's start off with the same equation from the first one, 450 minus 20M. But now we know how much gallons we'll have at the end, or how much we want to have at the end. That's that 200. All right, so as always, since there's only one variable, we can solve this problem. So the first thing we're going to do, if we're trying to get M by itself, we need to get rid of this 450 on this side. So we're going to subtract it on both sides. Those are going to cancel out. This is going to come down. Make sure you include that sign. It's going to be negative 20M. And that is going to leave us with 200 minus 450, which is negative 250. We're going to divide both sides by negative 20 so that we can get M by itself. And when you do this, when you divide a negative by a negative, it turns into a positive. You can double check this in your calculator. So negative 250 divided by negative 20 is going to leave us with M equaling 12.5 minutes, or 12 and a half minutes. And don't forget these negative 20s are going to cross out, so all you're left with is that M. And then C, it asks us to write an equation that represents the relationship between the gallons of water in the tank and the minutes the tank has been draining. As I also said, sometimes it's best to read through the questions first, and maybe some of the questions you should answer beforehand, and they will assist you in the previous questions. And that's been the case lately. So we kind of already know what our equation is. We know that we have 450 gallons of space available in the tank. We know we're working at a rate of 20 gallons per minute being taken from the tank. In the end result, we're going to have G. G will represent how many gallons are left in the tank after a certain amount of time. All right, our variables are M and G. Now it's asking us how long will it take until the tank is empty. So we're using the same equation. We know we start with 450. We know we're decreasing at a rate of 20 gallons per minute. In the end result, we want to know how long it's going to take for it to be empty. So that's going to be 0. So we're trying to get M by itself. We're going to subtract 450 on both sides. These will cancel out, and this will drop down. Don't forget that sign again. We have 20M equals negative 450. We're going to divide both sides by negative 20. Those will cancel out, and negative 450 divided by negative 20 is going to give you 22.5 or 22 and a half minutes. That is how long it will take for this 450-gallon tank to be empty if it is decreasing at a rate of 20 gallons per minute. And that's it.